Okay, so this is Mario with me on Microlight once again, and in this video I'm assembling a sort of a drawing photograph. Basically, this is how I work when I want to do a scale model. Is I take a photograph of the original real aircraft, and then I just size that to the particular scale that I want, and then I trace over that. So what I'm about to do here is I'm going to build a scale model of this Air Creation Tanarg. So that's the basic frame. So there's the frame. So there's the canopy right on top of the frame. And there are all the brackets in green. Brackets are over here. I just have to rearrange the brackets in a tree form so that I can make it nice and compact, so I don't waste material when I cut these parts. I'm going to have to duplicate those for left and right. This is one way that I'm planning on doing this, going with individual brackets, just to keep it very lightweight. So the seats are going to be located in those locations there. Now, in order to house the seats or support the seats, I need some kind of support here. Okay, and that's the geometry in magenta. So you can see some of the geometry here that supports, if I were to do this in plates, two plates that are going to clamp the frame, I don't need to use these independent brackets here. The only brackets that I would need is this one right here, that one, and then the rest of the geometry in magenta is going to clamp, this section here and this section here, and it's going to provide support for the seats at the right location, so I don't have to, fidget with that. It's also providing me with a profile of the actual control panel, and also where the canopy eventually will go over that. The battery, electronics, and servos, obviously the motor is going to be on the bracket, very similar to the way I do that 1.25. I mean, there's no need to change that, it works fine. The servos will also be installed in the same way that I do the 1.25, the easy 1.25s. Through the back, two servos, to the yoke, via crossbar. The steering servo will probably be right here between these two plates, so I have to put a slot for the servo there. And the battery will be just attached to the side plates here. Now I don't have enough room here to do a battery, a large battery, so in order not to minimize the strength on this section here, I decided to just leave it as a flat plate there. Okay, so this right here is the footrest for the pilot at the back, and the footrest for the pilot at the front will have to be attached to the steering, which will be at the front here. So there you go. That's the drawing, and I'm pretty fast with this stuff. I mean, it doesn't take me too long here. What takes me longer is the thought process on how to logically and do these things, so that it's easy from a not only a manufacturing standpoint, but also it looks good, and it's strong, and it's easy to manufacture, and it's also lightweight, because these things have to be have to fly. So basically, I'm done with the all the parts that I need for this particular frame. The wing will be very similar to the Mia Easy 1.25, except it'll be a much bigger wing. The pilots are already done. It's the same pilots that I use for the 1.25 will fit right here in scale, and pretty much the rest will have to come as I continue to assemble this. Once I have the parts and once I have the tangible frame already assembled, right? And everything from that point will be a lot easier. The canopy, which is this whole structure here, will probably be the same one that I showed earlier in a video that I was talking about, the canopy that I did for the auto gyro, which is very similar in size. And so I might use that canopy, or I might just cut a new one, because I'm really liking this profile here. If I were to retain the same the same style, same canopy or enclosure, it's all the yellow part that you see here, most of the yellow body, I would I would not require this area here. So if we were to remove that, you know, that's how everything in yellow would be the canopy. But I kind of like this because it just makes it a little bit more stronger from a canopy standpoint, from a body standpoint. So I might add this this as part of the whole body. So basically, once I have all these parts, I arrange them in a compact form, and then I generate a toolpath. I start selecting all the toolpaths, you know, for the holes and for the profiles. I also add bridges here so that these parts don't fall off when I'm machining the parts. And then from here, once the toolpath is created, you know, we generate an NC file or a CNC file, and then that goes to the CNC machine. If this were to be a kit that I'm planning on selling, you know, I would program all the geometry also on the tubes, and I would let another CNC machine do all the little parts so that everything's precise. You know, but for this particular one, for the first prototype, I just like to take these parts and use them as templates, you know, for the holes that I'll be drilling on the aluminum parts. And once I get that all done, then the rest, you know, comes after. So once again, this is Mario with me on Microlight. Stay tuned for more.